you ever discovered a detail at a theme park and thought, there's gotta be a story behind that? Well, you've come to the right place. We're Amanda, Kevin, and Kim, the team behind We're in the Park, and we've spent years exploring theme parks and creating seek and find games that uncover the details that most people miss. And now we're diving into the history, stories, and secrets behind those magical details. So grab your curiosity and maybe even a churro, and let's explore the parks together, one detail at a time. Hello, everyone, and welcome to a very special episode of the Where in the Park podcast. This is Amanda, and I'm joined by the rest of the Where in the Park team. We got my mom, Kim.
Hello.
And my husband, Kevin.
Hey, everybody.
And this is a special episode because we are celebrating Kevin's birthday. So it was this past Wednesday, and so we decided to do something a little different and get to know Kevin a little better. Now, obviously, we know Kevin quite well, but you listening at home probably do not. And if you do know him, then not at this level. So we're going to have a series of questions. We got some rapid fire questions. We got some Where in the Park questions. Some were submitted by our followers on Instagram and Facebook. So thank you so much to those who volunteered and asked their question. So we will give you guys a shout out when we get to your question. Kevin, are you ready? Are you ready to be known?
Right. I doubt it, but let's do this anyway.
All right. And we had the idea to do this, on our birthday week. So when each of our birthdays come around, we'll ask the same set of questions or any other questions that pop up between now and then that the listeners want to know about. So, all right, let's get into it. Part 1 of this questionnaire, quick fire round. No overthinking, just first thing that comes to mind. Are you ready?
Sure.
Okay. All right, here we go. Disneyland or Walt Disney World?
Oh, Disneyland.
Awesome. Rope drop or closing time?
Closing.
Snacks or attractions?
Attractions.
Mountains or dark rides?
Dark rides.
Favorite Disney park?
Probably Disneyland, California.
Favorite non-Disney park?
Let's go with I'll probably change depending on the day you ask me. Right now, I'll go with Islands of Adventure.
Oh, okay.
Universal Islands of Adventure in Orlando, Florida.
Favorite attraction of all time?
Of all time ever. There's pretty good ones, but I'll stick with the like classic of Haunted Mansion.
Classic Haunted Mansion. Okay. Most overrated attraction?
Let's go with Soaring Around the World. Is that even overrated? I don't even know if anyone does like that. I know some people say it's better than Soaring Over California. So for that reason alone, I will say it is overrated.
Okay.
Because I disagree with that opinion.
Most underrated attraction?
Let's go with I don't know. I mean, there's so many good ones that are not loved as much as I love them. But which one is the most? I feel like it has to be something over at California Adventure. Let's go ahead and just say we'll go with the Monsters Inc. ride over there while it still exists.
All right. Favorite theme park snack?
Let's go with the classic churro.
From
Disneyland specifically. Okay. Yeah. I mean, Disneyland or California Adventure both have great classic churros. You're right. Not Walt Disney World, not Universal Studios, Disneyland churro all day long. Yeah.
Okay.
Thanks for the clarification. Or Legoland. You're right. Gosh. All right. So Legoland, California does have an amazing, made their churro over in the middle back of the park, which I think is better than Disneyland's. But as far as just theme park snack, I don't know. That's a tough one. All right, rapid fire though. I apologize. I spent too much time on that one. Continue.
That's okay. That's okay. I know we've talked about these churros in past episodes, so go back and listen to those. Uh, all right. Favorite line cue?
Best line cue. Gosh, there's a few great ones out there. I'll stick with the Indiana Jones Adventure over in California. I think it's
Okay.
just because that was the first one for me that was really like a fully themed line cue. So it's probably more nostalgia than actually standing up to like other rides that have come since. But yeah, I'll stick with that one.
Okay. Favorite land?
Favorite land. Um, hmm, man, that is a tough question. Um,
Don't overthink it.
hmm,
Rapid
I'm
fire.
trying New Orleans Square.
Okay. Wow. Okay. Favorite park music loop?
Oh, like actually in the park, not like outside.
Yeah.
Like can't be in the Esplanade or something.
Favorite
Then
park music
Main
loop.
Main Street USA, Disneyland.
All right. And let's hope you get this one right. Favorite nighttime spectacular?
Sweetie Pumpkin. It is obviously World of Color where we met. Yeah,
That's right. Uh, Sweetie Pumpkin. That's silly. Just for the Weird Al fans out there. All
100%.
right. So that was awesome. Some answers surprised me. I'm not gonna lie.
We might change again. These are the rapid fire answers. I don't know, but as of right now, today, as we're recording this, yeah, I'll go with all those.
Awesome. All right. So part two is about kind of the origin story of where in the park, about you, theme parks, all that. So question number one, how did you first become interested in theme parks?
I was like raised going to theme parks. I was trying to think about this, like I don't remember the first time I went to a theme park. Like I don't know if I was like one or two. Like I don't think I have an actual memory of being there. I remember going to Disneyland when I was little, and it felt like I was going back to Disneyland. That was like my first memory of it was like, oh, we're going again, but I couldn't really remember the time before, if that makes sense.
Hmm.
Um, and like as far as like that trip, like I have no like actual like details that really stick out to me, other than like being really excited about the penny arcade and watching like the little like videos in there as you drop a penny into it. That was like my highlight of that trip as like a 3 year old. I don't know why that was the main thing. Like again, I'm sure we went on attractions, I'm sure we did other things, but that's the one that was like, I want to go back to this place and do that all day. And you can't anymore, which is really sad. They have like one or two of those, and they're usually kind of janky before you actually hand crank it. I think that was the thing. I think it was the interaction of it that really like sold me on it. But the things I don't know again, timing wise, if it was that or Knott's Berry Farm that I went to first. Because I also have memories going to Knott's Berry Farm and going to like the haunted shack that they had over there. And I remember like very vaguely, but I remember being very upset that I was too short to go on the corkscrew, which was the looping roller coaster that they had over there when I went, whatever year that was in the 80s. And when we went back later on, it was gone. And when I was finally tall enough. So I eventually went on it up in Idaho because they moved it up there over in Silverwood. And when I was there as an adult, gosh, again, I'm old now, but in my 20s, I went up there and I went on that ride. I was like, finally, I'm able to go on this ride that I was too short to go on as a kid. So it's one or the other. And again, I just love theme parks. And I mentioned it here before, Great America up in Santa Clara, California, while it still exists. Um, that was the first park that I ever had a season pass to. So that was the first time I had the experience of getting to go to a park over and over again over the summer. Whereas Disney and Knott's was kind of like a once a year thing, if that. So I think that really got me solidified in the whole world of like I love theme parks. And I mean I have to thank my parents because they obviously took us. So I didn't get to like make that decision. It was like, hey, we're gonna go there today, and I went for it, and I loved it, and I still do. So yeah.
That's awesome. And I love that you got to fulfill your lifelong dream of going on the corkscrew.
Oh yeah, 100%. I was so excited when I found out it was up there. I was like, I think I made like a special trip out of the way to go to it, where I was like, I'm gonna be in Washington, and it's not that far from Idaho, so road trip because I need to go on this ride specifically. So yeah.
That's cool. Well, that kind of led into our first question from our followers. This one from Jim, who happens to be my dad. So your father-in-law. What it was your earliest theme park memory and how old were you? So
There you
kind of
go.
look
Again,
forward to
I
that.
don't know if I was 2, 3, or 4, but I was somewhere in that range. And
Yeah.
yeah, it was like I said, my first vivid memories are the Penny Arcade and the Haunted Shack. I think those are the two like theme park things you could do that really like stood out to me as far as like I like being here. But yeah.
All right. The next question comes from Ashley, who asks, "What made you start wearing the park?"
It was a dare. No, I'm just kidding. No, it wasn't.
Was.
No, I don't know. I feel like we've told the story a few times. But for everyone who hasn't heard it before, um, this team right here, Amanda and my mother-in-law, Kim, down there. Again, you guys can't see this. We're recording it on Zoom, so I can see everybody, but you guys can't. We're just purely audio here. But the three of us were on winning teams for big scavenger hunt kind of experiences held by the Facebook group Mouse for Life. And yeah, well, like we just had like a few other team members along the years because it had to be like a 4 minimum, I believe. um but either way, we were the ones kind of leading the charge here. Amanda and I specifically would like really like quiz each other all the time. Like we were still dating at the time, I think, when we first started doing this, as far as really analyzing the Disney parks specifically over here in California. And yeah, so we kind of got good at it, I guess. We got good at noticing all these fine details in the parks and be able to figure out like kind of the vernacular, I guess, of the park. So like you could tell like where something was most of the time just based on how it looked, which is kind of a skill that you gain as you do this more and more. That we thought was, hey, that's pretty cool. I wish more people appreciated parks the way that we do. Um, so when COVID hit and it kind of killed the big group scavenger hunt experiences that some groups would hold at the parks, we were thinking of like how could we create a game that people could play on their own schedule and still have this fun of like seeing the little details and getting to really know these parks way better than the average person. Because yeah, like I went through like my whole history, but it wasn't until 2001 that I actually became an annual pass holder for Disneyland, for the Disneyland Resort. Like right after California Adventure opened, I think I went to California Adventure with a regular day pass and was like, wait, it's only 99 bucks for like whole year? Done. It was a different time. It was 2001. So I got that pass and I was there at Disneyland like every few weekends, where I felt like I knew Disneyland like the back of my hand until we did our very first scavenger hunt at the park, at which point I realized I had never been there before and I didn't know anything about it. So
So true.
so that's the reason why we're like, hey, this is something that people should be doing. Like, I know it's fun to go to the parks. I know it's fun to stand in line for rides. I know going on the rides are great. I know eating the food and all this stuff is wonderful, but it definitely kicks it up a notch when you're actually going on a hunt for a detail hidden somewhere right in plain sight that you should know where it is because you walked past it many times if you've gone to the park often, but you don't know it's there because you kind of like it all blends together because there's so much to see. So yeah, it was gosh, what year are we in now? In 2021. So after COVID, after the world started coming back together, we were like, hey, we have all these photos that we've taken at Disneyland. It's reopening soon. Let's make like little scavenger hunt kind of things that people could do. So I designed like the first card, I think, pretty early on. Like originally we were making like kind of like things based off stuff you'd find in the parks and have a card to go along with it. And when we did our first event up in Concord, California, at MouseCon 2021, a lot of we didn't do badly. Like people liked what we had, but it was one of those things where there was a lot of confusion over like why am I going to buy something if I don't know what it is? So yeah, so but a lot of people were like, but I love the idea of the cards to go into the park to try to find the images. So we kind of just geared or I guess steered our way into that kind of mindset of like, this is better as game pack. So we just get a pack of these cards to take it to the park and have a good time. And yeah, so that's kind of where in the park started. So yeah.
Very true. And shout out to Viva and Mouse for Life team. We miss your scavenger hunts, and anytime you're open for another round, the Great Mouse
We're up.
Detectives are
Yeah.
ready.
We are up for it. We have to get back into a winning streak.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes.
Right.
We were for those of you familiar with Mouse for Life and the scavenger hunts, we were the Great Mouse Detectives. So if you saw that name on the sheet, that you knew that was us. So all right. So next question. What park surprised you the most while creating a game?
Um, that one I think is Magic Mountain, California over here. Six Flags in Valencia. Whatever you want to call it these days. I don't even know anymore what the right term for it is. Um, because like when we were creating the games for Disneyland, we would go to live events. People would be like, "Oh, that'd be so much fun to play at," and then they would say Knott's or Universal or a few other parks. And every once in a while, someone would say Magic Mountain. I would just be like, "I don't think there's any theming at Magic Mountain, though." Like in my head, like my memory, because I went there a lot. I had a season pass for that as well when I was in high school, and I just beelined it like most people from ride to ride, and then I went home. It was just kind of the way I did the theme parks. It's the way I did Six Flags, where it was just you get through the turnstile, you don't run, but you race, to the first ride, and then your whole day is going from one ride to the other, stopping every once in a while for a snack or food, for a meal. And yeah, so whenever someone said that, I always go like, is there enough theming at Magic Mountain to make a game from it? And a lot of times people would just kind of shrug. And it was like, oh, I guess maybe there isn't. And then I finally went over to the park and I was like, yeah, no, you can actually there's stuff in like every land. They actually have themed areas. And it's just yeah, I just took it for granted the whole time that it was just all steel and concrete and a few plants and stuff and some hills. But no, they actually do have work they put into that park and it surprised me.
There you go. See in the park with a new perspective, and very true. And a last question of this round. What is your favorite customer story?
There's a few good ones out there. I mean, I do love the story of I don't know names of our customers, so I'm not gonna like, call anybody out, but there is like the people who would say things like, oh yeah, I didn't finish the game, so I had to renew my magic key. Stuff like that. It's like, wait, what? It's like again, Disney's making way more money off of our games than we are, but that's great. I am happy to support them and anyone who runs theme parks. Yeah, I mean, I remember we did an event in Florida where we actually have become closer friends with this other vendor that was at the event, where they bought one of our games, I think, on our first time we were out there. And the next time we got there, they came to us before the event even started officially while we were still setting up. Like, guys, your game is amazing. We want to buy the rest of them because we had games for like every park in Florida. And they bought, I don't know, I don't remember which one they bought, but they came back and they bought all the rest of the ones that we had. They were just all in on it. And it was just this great feeling of like, yes, you get it. You get how like much fun this game is. And it was very, I think that was one of the sweetest moments of like of doing this whole thing of just someone to actually come back and be like, I'll take the lot. I didn't know how great this was going to be until after we played it. And yeah.
Yeah. I know exactly who you're talking about, and I hope they're listening. Shout out to you guys, know who you are. You guys are awesome. So, all right. Moving on to part 3.
All right. We've got some Imagineering questions for Kevin. And the first one is, if Disney hired you tomorrow, what project would you want to work on?
You know, I would want to be on the project of updating either again, this is not rapid fire, right? So I have two
Nope.
things on this one. I realized my first thought was immediately just I want to fix Tomorrowland. 100%. Like I don't know if I have all of the ideas, but I would definitely want to be on the team making decisions to improve that. But at the same time, over at Epcot, I would love to see an update to Figment finally. And I wouldn't mind being part of that team as well, because I have some imagination sometimes. So yeah. So between those two, I think the Imagination Pavilion in general and Tomorrowland, I'm kind of between the two.
Well, you do have an imagination. You are co-host on Imagine That, and if you guys haven't listened to that series of podcasts, what are you doing? You need to get on that because they do have their own little Imagineering blue sky cellar type thing to blue sky new ideas. So you guys need to check that out. Okay, your next question. If you could bring back one extinct attraction, what would it be?
Easy. For me, it'd be Horizons over at Epcot. Like hands down, no questions asked. That is the ride I would love to go on again. I was lucky enough to go there to Epcot when I was a kid. One time while Horizons was still there, and I remember it very well and loved every moment of that ride. And I was excited to go on it again when I went back, and it was gone. And
Oh,
yeah, so I would love to be able to go on that guy again.
very
That's the
cool.
second time. That's the second of like I wanted to go on it and then it was gone.
I know, right?
It was
But it
so
wasn't even
late.
moved somewhere else. It wasn't even. I mean, I
Oh,
at least went on it. I did go on it once. I can't
yeah.
say I've never been on it. So,
That's fair.
which is lucky. A lot of people like, yeah. I mean, like, it's one of those things where I would like to be able to go on adventures through inner space because I never did go on that.
Ooh,
But I
that
think
was
I'd rather do
cool.
her. I think I'd rather do Horizons again than go on adventures from inner space or through inner space one time. So,
Yeah,
yeah.
cool. Okay, if you could spend one night inside a theme park attraction, which one would it be?
Correction. Oh gosh. I mean, do any of them have a bed? We got like Peter
Yeah.
Pan over there.
Snow White, I think, has a bed, but yeah, definitely Peter
She's
Pan.
laying down in it. Yeah. All right. It's a coffin, isn't it? Anyway, is there a bed in there at
Winnie
the
the
scene when you
Pooh.
first start?
Winnie the
Okay.
Pooh's got a
Okay.
bed. Very good.
Yeah,
Very
Okay.
cool.
yeah.
Hmm. All right. So as far as like an actual like building though, I would do the Haunted Mansion. Obviously, that'd be fun. Hang out with some grim grinning ghosts. Um. Yeah, I would explore that place. I probably wouldn't sleep though. I'd just be there the whole night, like exploring.
Roaming around.
So
Yeah.
Checking it
yeah.
out. Okay. What's one thing most theme parks could improve?
Oh, definitely. The lines. Yeah. I think that's the biggest thing. I think like our world of express passes and lightning lanes, like they need to fix it. It's broken. It's been broken for a long time, and it's not like they had a chance to fix it after COVID, and they made it way worse. Um, yeah, no, just going there as a Dagus. I feel bad for people who have it where they're wearing the like my first time button. And it's like, oh, right now? Oh, okay. I mean, it's good right now. Don't get me wrong, it's still n- a broken like lightning lane situation theme park is better than no theme park. Don't get me wrong.
That's
Don't
true.
misunderstand me. I just wish that they had a way to figure out how to keep the standby line going instead of having the long periods of everyone just standing still as the other line just churns through and it just causes everything to back up for way longer than it ever needs to. So I think that is my biggest gripe with theme parks. 'Cause, I mean, I understand that it's a revenue stream, it's money, but overall guest satisfaction, it might in the long run be more harm than good. So
Yeah.
I agree.
And it's such an easy fix. It is such an easy fix. You can fix it in one sentence. Like
oh
it's
no.
not hard. But
Is it
that's
get
another
rid of
topic
it
for
or charge much more for it? I think it's between the two.
no. No, you can still have it, but it's the loading, like you talked about,
Oh yeah.
right?
Well, I mean, Fast Pass, as much as it wasn't perfect, was so much better. Where you
Yeah.
actually had to like, I mean, original paper Fast Pass. Let me be clear,
Yeah.
not like the Fast Pass Plus, where you can get it on your phone like
No.
months beforehand. The paper Fast Pass, where you actually had to go to the front of the attraction to grab that piece of paper, and now you're saving your spot in that line.
Hmm.
I think was perfect. I know there are ways to game the system. I know like we played it every once in a while of like, looking at the times, trying to like stack them and stuff. But I mean, there were so fewer people with those. The fast pass line slowed down the standby line, but it didn't make it grind to a halt the way that the current situation is. So
Yeah, it definitely seems like
yeah.
it filtered the timing much better with those fast passes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Because I remember thinking that they were bad at the time. Like when I was in the standby line watching the fast pass people go past, we're like, oh, that sucks. But again, he had an equal opportunity to be that person. It wasn't like an upcharge. Now it just kind
yeah.
of feels like why are you guys taking more? You're charging me way more money now to get into this place, and you were asking for more money to have what I had before, but it's not as good because that line's now longer than what the free line used to be. And yeah, again, we can discuss this ad nauseum, but
Yes.
that's the thing I think that needs to be fixed.
The next part is where in the park favorites. And the first question is, which where in the park game would you recommend for a first time player?
I mean, obviously, like the answer to that is which park are you the most familiar with, right? That's really what it kind of comes down to. If you want to just get into the game aspect of it, I mean, I think, like I said, Magic Mountain, I was surprised that they had as much theming as they had, but there isn't like a ton there. So when you get the game pack, like you're going to be able to find those images probably a little bit easier than over at Disneyland where there's so much to look at. So I think it's kind of between those two. I think Knott's Berry Farm is also a pretty good one because it's a smaller park, so you aren't doing as much walking around. Yeah, SeaWorld is a lot of walking, but again, it's another one where there isn't a ton of theming. So like if you find a patch of theming, you just kind of have to like go through the stack of cards and figure out, wait, which card is over here? It's kind of a different game that you're playing, but it makes it a little bit easier. But but yeah, again, if you're a first timer and you're really like worried about it, we do give you help the whole way, and there is a way to like sort the pack by land or area or section or whatever they want to call the themed part of the parks.
Very nice. Okay, which game is the most challenging?
Probably Disneyland, California, if I had to guess. I think that's the most theming per square inch of any theme park in the world. I think that I believe that to be true. Yeah, I think Epcot also is a ton of walking. So
That's true.
so Epcot and Disneyland California, I think are the two toughest ones. Animal Kingdom is also kind of a tough one, but again, we do make it easier on you because we didn't include anything on the Tree of Life because we knew that would you just be there for hours. Um, and
Right.
then
That
also
would
for
be a
Yes,
cruel trick.
yeah,
that would be bad.
yeah, for Disneyland, we didn't do anything up on like the windows of Main Street because we also felt like that would be very like there's a lot there, guys. Like we don't want to make this game like torture. It's supposed to be fun, so we keep it fun. Um,
And plus, having windows on Main Street, that's just a tripping hazard with the track down
oh
the
yeah,
middle. You're gonna break an
right.
ankle. Can't have
I mean, there's
that.
stuff on Main Street. Don't get me wrong. You still might trip, but we don't
Or
have
you're
anything
not
up on
looking
the top
up.
floor. Yeah, you're
Yeah,
looking at yeah,
yeah.
Yeah.
yeah. So yeah, nothing's in for Animal Kingdom. Nothing's in the areas with like the animals and stuff. They have like their two the Jungle Trek and the what's the other one with the tigers? Um, the Tiger Trek. I
Um,
don't know.
yeah. Tiger
You know what I'm
Trail.
talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like nothing's inside of those areas, so you can just go there and enjoy the animals. Like we're just in like the theme park section. So yeah, again, but I think those are the top three if I had to choose three.
Okay. Which park would you love to create a game for next?
Next, man, I mean, I keep thinking of Tokyo. Like as far as like, I don't know if like that question's coming up next or something, but um
Nope.
yeah, like Disney Sea over there has a lot of theming that I would love to go back and like actually analyze. Because I went there back in 2009 and I was not in a like, we're in the park game mindset. I was just there from ride to ride, show to show, got to get it all before the park closes kind of mindset. I would love to be able to go back there and just start analyzing all the work put into it because I could tell it was there, but it was like I'm focused on something else right now. So yeah, I would love to be able to go back and really soak all that in. I guess there's also Shanghai over there. It looks pretty cool. So Shanghai Disneyland specifically.
True.
Well, there's also all of the game packs that we have on the docket.
Yeah,
You
no,
want to
that's
add
true.
any of those in there?
Right. We do have Hershey Park. I think that's Hershey Park and Dollywood are two that we've been to that we really want to make games for. Yeah, so if you guys want Hershey Park or Dollywood, please reach out to us and let us know because we went there a couple of years ago now, and we're not sure how much of the stuff we took photos of is still there. So we would love to have someone help us out as far as verifying, yeah, our game. So let us know, or if you know anyone
Awesome.
who knows someone who goes to Dollywood or Hershey Park.
Very nice. What Where in the Park product are you most excited about right now?
I'm not sure about if it's a product or not, but for our Nurses Day game packs we created digitally for this year, we added some fun additions to it where we added fun facts as well as a way to slide to actually see an image photo revealing like where the actual location is. So it's not just the words telling you, you actually have a visual of like this is where it should be, especially for if something goes missing. It makes it a lot more clear that you're not just not understanding our answer, it is actually gone. Or if you are misunderstanding our answer, you'd be like, oh, they mean over here, you know? So I think that'd be really helpful. So that's something that we're hoping to be able to unroll with the rest of our packs pretty soon. And the way we have them designed right now with the QR codes on the back, we can easily update every game that we've ever made to include those without you guys having to buy new packs either. So if you've already bought them, it'll be part of what you have.
Which is super exciting. And that whole idea of switching to the QR codes was all Kevin's idea. So OG, we're in the park followers that got a game pack know that we had scratch off hints and answers. We hand applied those scratcher stickers and we made the coins that you would use to scratch and the whole thing. So when a hint or answer needed to be changed, it a whole new pack had to come out, and it was just it was tough. But Kevin's like, why don't we go to QR codes? QR code technology exists, and that's how the versions are now. So it's awesome.
Yeah, I mean, it makes where you can have longer hints, longer answers, as well as more information. Like we couldn't provide the land on there as well with the
Uh-huh.
previous version, and like I said, or like I said, there was also the fun facts and more things you can do with it. So it just expands the game, and I like that about it.
All right, the last part of our questionnaire is the what if round. All right, so some hypotheticals. You can only visit one theme park for the rest of your life.
See, it's a more tough question than you would think, because like obviously
Yeah.
I said like the best theme park is Disneyland, right? But I think California Adventure has like better food and drinks. So I mean, it depends on what you're going to the parks for, right? Huh. I mean, there's also like Epcot that like you can like visit the whole world all the time. And like I said, my favorite park is not my favorite non-Disney park is Islands of Adventure, which is an amazing park, beautiful park. I wouldn't mind hanging out there too. Yeah, this is a hard question.
Especially if they
Um,
add Zelda. I mean,
if they had Zelda,
Right?
the my answer changes instantly. That is the answer. I mean, Epic Universe is beautiful, but I don't know if I want to spend that as my only park I get to go to. So I don't know. I guess I'll go with California Adventure just to mix it up.
Hmm. Didn't see that one coming.
no.
Okay.
All right. You can only ride one attraction, period. That's it. Not continuously, but when you go to ride an attraction, this is the one you
Right.
have to go on.
Mm,
And that's it. No other attractions.
gosh. Um, hmm. Obviously, I'm tossing up between like Haunted Mansion and Pirates of the Caribbean. Again, this just kind of depends on the how lightning the question round is, I guess. Um, and I know if I'm going to spend all my time at California Adventure, I don't know if there's one ride there that I would want to go on as my only ride. As much as I love soaring over California, don't get me wrong. After a while, it's like I'm ready to do something else. So I'll stick with Haunted Mansion as my answer for that one.
Okay.
All right.
All right. So you're already talking about how DCA has good food, but you can only eat at one theme park restaurant forever.
Man, let's go. Let's go ahead and think about this here, right? Because there's got to be a correct answer to this question. Because you have some restaurants with a lot of choices. So, obviously, like the better restaurants, you have the Carthay Circle, you have Blue Bayou, wonderful restaurants. Over at Walt Disney World, there's a ton of great restaurants as well. You have like actual buffets over Walt Disney World. That makes it a little easier, I guess, if you're gonna have like one restaurant you get to go to. Huh. Man, I it's kind of an unfair question. Let's be clear about this. Um, asking in a theme park, can't be at one of the resorts or anything.
It says theme park restaurant.
All right, I just want to make sure I got the rules right. I don't want to break
Yeah.
any rules. Um, Lamplighter's pretty good too. I'll just go ahead and stick with Carthay Circle. That's what my gut's saying. Great food over there, great ambiance. If I had to like, have one place where, oh darn, I have to go here, I think that's the place. So
Okay. All right. You kind of alluded to this a little bit, but you get an unlimited budget to create a Where in the Park game anywhere in the world.
okay, so I was gonna come up later. Yeah, no, definitely Japan, hands down. Um, yeah, they put so much work into those parks with the Oriental Land Company and Disney working together to create an incredible park or series of parks. If they're ever gonna open a third gate too, it's gonna be crazy. So yeah, no, yeah. The only problem with Japan is that everyone there speaks Japanese and we do not. So that's the only curveball as far as like that'd be kind of hard to make that game for us, you know. Obviously online translation's getting better these days. There might be a way for us to make the games, or we can always like, find someone who actually knows Japanese and hire them. Instead of unlimited money, we hire someone to write all the Japanese to translate all of our silly hints and answers into Japanese.
There you go.
There you go. Done.
Perfect. Done. Okay. Second to last question. You can spend one day with any Imagineer, living or deceased. Who is it?
Um, yeah, I was thinking about this one pretty hard because like again, like one of my favorite Imagineers living is Kevin Rafferty. I can listen to that guy talk all day long. Funny, hilarious, amazing. Um, but there's also like a lot of classic Imagineers who like I would love to ask questions to. Um, I think my top choice out of all of those would be John Hench. Because he did so much for the parks. And I would love to know what his thinking was behind things and like what was your direction for that? Especially in this world of AI that we live in now. It's like, what was Walt's prompt to you, to have it where this is what you responded with, because it's amazing. Um, so yeah, there's also God, again, there's so many. There's so many. Let's be clear. I would want to hang out with all of the Imagineers. Um, but I think top choice is John Hench as of right this second.
Awesome. And our last question comes from our friend Sean. And I'm going to paraphrase his question to keep this a family friendly show. But he asks, Kevin, how are you so awesome? Where does your awesomeness come from?
I just can't help it, I guess. No, I don't understand this question. What the heck are you even saying? Um, no, I don't. I'm just silly. But yeah, I don't know. I don't understand the question. But thanks, Sean. That's very nice of you to say.
Oh, well, there you go, Kevin. You are known, as they
Oh,
say.
hey, everybody.
Well, that was super fun. Happy birthday again, Kevin.
Oh, thanks.
Happy birthday.
Yeah. So that's going to wrap up this episode of the Where in the Park podcast. Definitely let us know. Did you enjoy this little questionnaire? Was it super lame? Whatever your thoughts are, we want to hear it. If you have questions for us to ask next time, which will be my mom, Kim, it'll be your birthday up next. So, okay.
It'll be in October, so you got a little time to think of some questions.
Yes, but we want to do something like this again just for the episode that comes out on the week of our birthdays. That way you get to know us a little bit better, and we get to have a fun banter asking questions. And there's some answers that surprised us of what Kevin said. So we got to know Kevin better too. So that's awesome. So if you would like to submit your questions to the Where in the Park team, you can do it a number of ways. You can send us a DM at Where in the Park on your favorite social media platform. You can also join our absolutely free Facebook group, Where in the Park Explorers. You can send us a message through that. You can leave a comment, whatever you want to do. And as we get closer to that particular episode, we will be posting a story in our social platforms to ask the question, and you can drop it right there. So you can go to whereinthepark.com and go to contact us, and there's a little contact form. You can drop in your question, comment, whatever right there, and it'll end up in our inbox, and we read every email. So go ahead and do that. And that way you get like a big text box and you can fill it out and say whatever you like. So until next time, we'll see you somewhere in the park. Bye for now.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Thanks for exploring with us today. If you're ready to take your park experience to the next level, check out Where in the Park Games. They're self-paced, seek-and-find adventures designed for you to experience the park in a whole new way. Whether you're visiting for a birthday, a family gathering, date night, or even a solo trip, you'll be searching up high and down low for the details found in the park's theming. Get ready to discover a deeper appreciation for your favorite theme park with a Where in the Park game and take 10% off your next adventure by using code PODCAST10. Which park will you explore next? Until then, we'll see you somewhere in the park.